Hi, today I'm going to talk about how lending works, and I'm going to talk about it on the technical side. And so this is actually something that I explain to every single one of my private lenders. A lot of private lenders are coming into the real estate world and they don't always know exactly how real estate works as far as investing goes. It's also very important when you're out raising money for you also to understand how debt structures work and how payouts work. So today we are going to be talking about 1, debt structures, 2, payout structures with my own personal experience. Everyone is different. And then 3, the most important, would be the title company, and really what you need from the title company as a receipt to keep your money protected. The first thing that's super important to understand are debt structures. Essentially, this is how the debt is going to be structured on the home. And I'm going to give an example. For instance, you go out to buy a house for yourself to live in. The first thing you're going to do is look for a mortgage company. When you find that mortgage company and you borrow the money, that debt is secured on the property, and if anything were ever to happen, they get paid first. Okay, so we like to call that first position. First position is the lowest risk and the absolute safest. Now there's also second position. So second position should be pretty self-explanatory. It's the money that goes behind the first position. And so on a lot of these deals, you'll have the opportunity to come in with a smaller amount of money and get to invest in the deal and make a lot of money. But it is also the second riskiest, right? So it's not quite as risky as third position, but it's also not quite as safe as first position. And so that gets me to the last, there are third position. So I would say that's the highest risk, but it's also the highest reward. And it's still secured on real estate. So these are the different types of investments that you can make inside of a real estate deal. So you're either going to be in first position, second position, or third position. First position, you usually have to have a large amount of money to cover the purchase price. Second position, a smaller amount, and then third position can be even smaller and you get much higher returns. And a lot of people like to do those types of deals because they have a higher risk tolerance. So that would just totally be up to the lender where they're at and what they want out of the deal. Everything is negotiable, but I explain that to all of my lenders. And how I explain it is if you have $150,000 or more to invest, you'll be in first position. If you have $50,000 or to $100,000 or $150,000, then you're going to be in second position. And if you have, we say $25,000, then you'll be in third position. So that's how I explain it to my lenders, how I want to do it on my deals. Again, that would just be to the person, how they want to structure their business. That's how I structure mine. Now, the next thing you want to talk about are payout structures. So an example for me, for my lenders, when I'm presenting, I say that I pay this much up front for originating the loan, and then I pay this much every single month, and we pay interest-only payments. And I explain that. So you're going to get a certain percentage up front when the loan closes. And then next, you're going to get interest-only payments inside of your bank account every single month for doing nothing. So it truly is passive income for a lender, which is amazing. The last thing about payout structures is really anything is possible here. It's whatever you decide is best for you and the lender, which is so great because it's also dependent on the deal. And so that's what I like about that. It's between you and the lender. You definitely want to have, tell your lenders, like, don't take my word for it. Make sure you go talk to an attorney or someone who knows what they're doing. I always say that. Don't take my word for it. Go ask an attorney. And I totally encourage that, and it's totally fine. So I just wanted to add that about the payout structures before we talked about the next thing, which is the title company. Super important. Try not to ever, shouldn't say try, never lend without a title company. You don't want to do a deal without a third party, which is the title company, attorney, or whoever's working at the title company. So what you want as a lender, and I tell all my lenders this, you want title insurance, mortgages, and home insurance, or builder's risk insurance, something to insure the property. So first, title insurance, make sure that the title is all clear, so that when the lender comes in, they really are that first position or second position or third position, because all of this goes on the title of the property. You want to make sure that the title is clear and that you have it insured. Essentially, this is your receipt for buying a house, right? And the lender knows that they're in their first or second or third positions. Very important. The next thing that you want to have are the mortgages, which lays out the terms of the loan. And inside the mortgage, there's going to be all kinds of, jumbo. And what you want to do is make sure that a third party also prepares these mortgages, and that your lender reviews them and you review them and everybody, okays them. But this is usually done by an attorney. And, every single one of them is different, right? But what it's going to say is how the lender gets paid. That's all you really need to know, right? You want to read it all, but you just need to know how's the lender getting paid and how is that title getting clear when you go to sell it at the end. And then the next thing, probably one of the most important, is to get the insurance. And what I tell my lenders is that they will be listed as the one who has the mortgage on the property. Which is very important, and that a lot of lenders that are new, they wouldn't know this. You want to have the lender's name on the home insurance policy. And this just protects everybody involved. And then one last thing about title company is this is also where all the money flows. And so a lender is not paying my business account or me personally. The money is going through the title company, and then it is coming to me that way if we have, some money left over for renovation. And then when the property's sold, I'm not directly paying the lender back. Again, it's flowing back through the title company. And this is very important to note, because this is how people have lost money, is by sending money directly to individuals. It's just a better practice to always remember to have a third party who's going to have a receipt of the transaction, and that it's going to be recorded and on the title. It's very important. Just as a quick recap of what we just talked about. So first, you want to know debt structures. First, second, and third. And there are more, but don't go there. First, second, and third. Second, what are your payout structures? Understand payout structures and how that works. And then the third is the title company. Always work through a third party, which would be the title company, to make sure that you're protected and safe. And so if you're watching this today and you want to flip, or you're currently flipping, right? You want to make sure that you explain all of this to your private lenders as you're raising money. And then if you're a lender watching, or maybe you want to lend money, you want to tell your flippers or whoever you're lending money to that they need to understand this and where you're at. And so these are very important to understand when lending money. This is all kind of high level, but if you're looking into this as a flipper or as a money lender, these are the things that you want to look into first. So thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to look me up on Instagram, or even my school community, where I'm teaching all of this stuff for free. You'll find the link in the description below. Hi, my name is April Juliano. Right here is where you will learn all things real estate and how to juggle being a mom and entrepreneur. Don't forget to like and subscribe.